What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the beatmajors.net. And I hope you guys are doing good out there. So we're back with another video. Today's just going to be a breakdown of the beat called Mind Games that's available for download and purchase in our beat store at thebeatmajors.net. So we're gonna break this beat down. I'm just kind of gonna go through the sounds, just show you guys what we did, show you certain effects that we use, why we did them, and hopefully just kind of help you guys understand, kind of our process for certain tracks and certain things. So let's get right into it. I don't want to do too much talking, just kind of want to show you guys this beat, break it down, like I said, just kind of show you guys what we did. So let's get into it. So first, what I want to do for you all is I'm going to actually just play the beat just so you can kind of hear what it sounds like first off top, and then we can get into it from there. All right.
Killer Dame.
The Beat Majors.
All right, so that's pretty much the gist of the beat and what it actually sounds like. I didn't want to get too far in it without explaining first what we did. So I'm going to start from basically the top of the chain here. You know what I'm saying? So first sound here that we have is, I think this is just a snare. This was just a snare that we just put in there for that extra part. Right here on pattern 4, we have, this is from Omnisphere. We have keys. I think this was what this is. So basically, those are the keys that are just following the main melody. The main melody basically started with this here, which is a lead. The homie, one of the homies from the Beat Majors, he had this lead. He played this lead line, and then we like put mad effects on it and reversed it and did some other stuff to it, so it sounds like this now, which is what the keys are following. So this is what the lead, this is what basically what the track started from. And that's pretty much like the whole like loop through the whole thing. We just used that specific loop. Like I said, added effects to it, reversed it, and put a filter on it, some reverb, some delay. Where's it at here? Yeah, we EQ'd it, compressed it, some reverb, stereo enhancement, some delay, and right here, just kind of put a little bit more stereo separation on it, just to kind of make it just a little bit more wider than what we already did over here. Then if we go to the next sound, which I think this is this is another one of those fills. So six is basically the bass line. So this is the bass. And what we did was we put some distortion, some EQing on there to take off the low end and the higher frequencies. We put multi-band compression on it. We used the R bass just to kind of bring the thickness out of it, and then we used Effectrix on it also just for a tape stop effect in like one piece of it, just to give it that effect. Let me see. So it kind of sounds like someone's sliding on the bass. So that's all it really did. It was just cool. We were just trying to find what could we do to the bass to kind of make it different, just so it's not doing the same thing the whole time. Even though it is doing the same thing the whole time, we just wanted to, kind of give it a little variation, and that gave it a just enough, a good enough variation to where it sounds like someone actually is actually sliding on a real bass. And that came from Gladiator. So if you have Gladiator, that's just the Moog bass. That's already a preset that's in there. So once we go to the next sound, number 7, pattern 7 is hi-hats. It's just one set of hi-hats. We have 2 different hi-hat patterns going on. So that's just one set of hi-hats. If we go to the next sound, it's just an open hat with a little reverb and some delay on it. Since I mixed it, I've been feeling like that was too much reverb. But it actually kind of worked out, so it doesn't sound that bad at all. If we go to the next sound, we have our kick. Where's our kick at? Right here. We just do our same thing. Usually, EQ it, put a transient master on it. That kind of just beefs it up, makes it thicker, and makes it stand out more. So here's the kick. That's pretty much a basic pattern. A couple little variations in there for it, but it's overall basic pattern. If we go to the next thing, which is the next hi-hat pattern, just a little quick tip for you guys. Yep. Okay. So with this one day, we were like, man, we don't want to keep doing the same hi-hat, thing that everyone does. And, we could have just kept it as tit, 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 which we did, but we actually put a little variation on it so that when the other hi-hat pattern hits, this drops down so that it makes the other hi-hat pattern stand out. So if I play these 2 hi-hats together, let's find the hats. So go into song mode and put these hats together for you guys really quick so you can just kind of hear what happens when you put them together, what they sound like together. Just something, like I said, it's just another variation on top of the first variation that we already had. So just gives it, just like I said, just makes the other hi-hat stand out a little bit more, which is something we wanted to do, something we wanted to achieve, because like I said, we didn't want to keep doing the same hi-hat pattern or the same, patterns that are, in modern music in general. So we just wanted to kind of give it a different variation. And that's just one way, is taking your hi-hats and just kind of, if you're going to do a simple, why not do it? It just sounds a lot. It just sounds pretty good. So that's for the hi-hats there. So that's just a nice little trick for you guys to throw into your music production. The next thing we used was a crash. Just a simple crash. Here we go. That's the crash we use in a lot of the beats. A lot of tracks, pretty much I'd say 95% of our tracks have that specific crash, and it just meshes with everything. It just sounds really good. It's an orchestral type of crash, so orchestral instruments always sound good than those synthetic sounds. So that crash you'll hear a lot in our beats. We'll go to the next sound here, which is just another snare, which is pattern 13 right here. It just hits to fill in, let's see, where's it at? It's right here. That's basically the the verse snare. There's another snare that we use once we got into the hook that's basically all the way through. That one just has certain drops in certain areas. So it's just, it's just a variation or different variation of what it is from the hook. So, that you're just, like I said, you're just giving the track a little bit of variation so that it's not doing the same thing through the whole thing. So that's that snare pattern. The next sound we have is the snaps. The snaps we used as like I guess you can say, either a pre-hook or I don't something the part that before the whole verse actually comes in. So it's like we use it for a build up basically. So I'll just play that for you. Just a simple snap pattern, for the snap. Same thing, we EQ'd it, put a little transient master to make it actually snap a little harder, and then we put reverb on it also. So just basic effects, nothing too crazy. We didn't get too crazy with them. Next sound, which is, I'm guessing this is the proper one here. Yeah, this is the right lead. So this is the lead that we used during the hook here. And same thing with that lead, which is number 4 here. We EQ'd it, took out the low end, dropped some of the high end, and kind of brought some of the mids out of it, brought them out so that they can stand out a little bit more in the mix. We put a little multi-band compression on it. We used Effectrix to reverse it, so that's where you kind of hear like it sounds like it got turned down and then comes back up. So let me show you. Now watch this one here when this happens here. Yeah, just something simple, nothing too crazy. Like I said, we did a lot of small, intricate things that make the instruments stand out a little bit more. So let's go to the next sound here, which is pattern 16, which looks like we have our percussion track. Now this is where the homie Killer Dame came in. The track was just empty. It was missing certain things. It was like, okay, we got our drum pattern down, we have our snares and crashes and stuff like that, but we need something that's going to give the track a little bit more bounce. We wanted to make it bouncy. So the homie Killer Dame, he came in and he added percussion to it, which is something that in a lot of tracks gets people moving, whether you know it or not. It does. It's in the if it's in the background or if it's in the foreground, in the forefront of the actual track. Percussion always sets the track off to me. Like, I love percussion. So this is what the homie Killer Dame came in and did for us. Just something simple, something very simple for us. He didn't do too much. There's a couple other like bongo things that he did. Here's another hi-hat pattern for it that we did. This is just something, just a nice little variation. And that hi-hat pattern was used right here in the beginning of the track. As you can see, it wasn't used anymore after that. Like I said, we just wanted to do something at the beginning to just not fill it up, but not make it too empty either. So 17, that was just, pattern 17 was just used right here in the beginning of the track. It wasn't used through the whole thing at all. Like I said, we just wanted to have something to give it a little variation. So that hi-hat pattern definitely added just a little spice to it. Then when we go here to number 18, we have more percussion that Killer Dame came in and added for us. And at the end, as you can hear, it does pan left and right. So that, again, that's just small, intricate things that will help make your track stand out. that's pretty much the track. We have little small things here like reverse crashes. That's one of the transitions we use a lot. It came from Omnisphere. I can't tell you guys where or what sound it is, but just know that that has become our signature transition. So if you ever hear that, it's probably our track if you don't hear the tag. But yeah, that's pretty much the track, guys. There's a lot more like transitional sounds. Shout out to Superstar O for that. They came out of one of his packs from way back in the day that we bought. That was in there, and we just been using it ever since. And that's just another sound that we used. Transitioned it basically, and yeah, got it together. Let's see, what else do we have here? Just a reverse crash, nothing crazy. That came from our homie Servo Butane, who's also part of the Beat Majors. He put together a whole kit. One day that might come out, but right now those sounds are on lockdown. So again, hope you guys like this video though. This is just a breakdown of a beat that we already did, produced by us, the Beat Majors, and the homie Killer Dame Beats. When you get a chance, if you're an artist or if you're a producer, definitely check out killerdamebeats.com. That's beats with a Z. And while you're at it, definitely check out thebeatmajors.net. Don't forget, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. Until next time, peace.
Killer Dame.